Now let's talk movies once again, and the Cinemagic Festival is back. It's that time of year again. There's lots of exciting things happening, and I'm pleased to say that Claire Shaw is with us in the studio to tell us more. Claire, welcome. It's been a couple of years since I've seen you in the studio, but I can't believe this is the 33rd festival, isn't it?
It is 33 years of Cinemagic in Belfast, and you know, we were just saying it is so brilliant to be back delivering events in person, in venues, and working with lots of young people again. So the energy of the festival is back, and we're so looking forward to it this October.
And of course, we've seen so many changes in Cinemagic over the years, from the beginning to where you are now. You're making movies now, you're in LA and places like that all the time. It's amazing, isn't it?
It's incredible, and you know what? The whole ethos of Cinemagic has always been to inspire young people and motivate them and educate them. So wherever we do that, whether that's in Belfast or Dublin or the USA, or in fact more recently Jordan in Amman, we delivered a big peace and reconciliation project. So wherever Cinemagic is, you know, the ethos is always there, and we always really want to work with young people to develop their skills, to inspire them to work in the creative industries. And yes, Cinemagic is all over the place, but we are really steeped in the foundation of Belfast as our home city and our flagship city for all of the festival events then this October.
So the festival is back, and as always, you get some great names coming in to give talks and workshops and stuff, don't you?
We do, and we're so lucky that the film and television industry supports Cinemagic so well. So this year we are very excited to welcome a host of TV and film professionals, and one highlight that is really exciting for young people is that we have the editor of Blue Peter, the longest running children's television show in the world, and Ellen Evans, the editor of Blue Peter, is coming along to talk about working for that most amazing programme, how she got into the industry, how young people can get involved in sort of a career in that area if they're interested in editing and producing TV content. So we're really looking forward to that one.
And like me, you must have grown up watching Blue Peter on TV, and recently on this show I had Janet Ellis on the show, and I have to say I was so excited because I remember watching Janet and Sarah Green and the late great Karen Keating and stuff doing Blue Peter back in the day.
I know, it's brilliant, and that's a show that like so many generations can relate to, and it's still going strong today. So I think that one will resonate with parents as well as young people.
So what else have we got? CBBS Chris Jarvis is coming as well.
The one and only Chris Jarvis, yes, he is a fantastic supporter of the festival. He's going to work with young people to inspire them and really teach them about presenting and performing. And also Chris Jarvis is the director of the CBBS Panto this year and has been for many years. And Cinemagic is actually delighted to present the Northern Ireland premiere of that Panto in the Odeon Cinema actually at the end of November. So we're really excited about that one. Before it goes on to, you know, iPlayer and BBC, there will be a special Cinemagic cinema screening of that, and that is directed by Chris Jarvis.
Excellent. Now here's a face that I recognise, Harriet Keynes. Doing an acting thing.
Indeed, Harriet, people will know her from the highly popular Bridgerton. So Harriet, a young actress, is coming to talk to young people aged 16 to 25 about her career so far in the industry, about working on Bridgerton, about, you know, drama and TV and preparing for auditions and you know, how to sort of carve out a successful career in the industry, but also to let young people know about setbacks. And you know, you very rarely always get yeses when you go to auditions and things. So the workshops and things that Cinemagic offer really give young people a taster of the real side of the industry. It's not all about promising young people jobs in film or TV, but it's about preparing them and equipping them to work in the industry and how to deal even with setbacks and getting no's, but also in a motivational way that will really inspire them.
And over the years, you must have seen people who have come to those workshops then meet them 5, 10 years later, and they're actually working in the industry. That must be great to see.
Yeah, well, one really good example of that is Michael Lennox, who is the director of Dairy Girls.
Yes.
So Michael is hosting a workshop on Sunday, the 2nd of October, and he actually came through Cinemagic. Like, I remember him when he was 17, 18, he was part of Cinemagic filmmaking competitions. He took part in master classes, education programs, programmes, and he was a rising star when we saw him at Cinemagic. So we have followed his career obviously intently over the years, and we're so delighted to welcome him back now to Cinemagic as an actual host of a masterclass.
That is brilliant. And when it comes to talking about movies as well, Mark Kermode, he's hosting a film night.
His film night, believe it or not, talking of numbers and years, it's Mark Kermode's 18th visit to Cinemagic. So Mark has been a huge supporter of the festival over the years, and he is coming to do his now infamous or famous Mark Kermode film night to talk about the year's film releases, to talk about the cinema industry, and in fact how it has changed over the last 2 years with you know, viewing films now also including home viewing and streaming, but also to really promote the fact that the best place to see movies is in the cinema.
Exactly. Talking about watching movies in the cinema now, you've got a lot of Halloween movies coming up in the run-up to Halloween, and I see one of my favourites as a kid here, Bedknobs and Broomsticks, and you've actually got one of the cast members coming, haven't you?
Yes, we are so excited about that, and every Halloween we have a big season of Halloween movies for young people, older people, grandparents, you name it, but we're delighted this year to welcome Cindy O'Callaghan to Cinemagic, and she played Carrie in the original Bedknobs and Broomsticks, so that'll be a real special treat, and she's going to talk about, you know, her experience on that movie and, you know, it being such a classic movie for generations.
Oh, brilliant. And I see Return to Oz, which I remember watching as a kid as well. It was quite dark and quite scary from what I remember.
Yeah, it is a sort of scary Halloween one, and it'll resonate with all ages, I think, because, you know, when it came out, it did have a big audience, but of course, you know, children and young people are maybe revisiting it now or watching it for the first time. So we're delighted to present that as well in the black box, and we'll have lots of spooky goings on over the Halloween weekend, and lots of chances for young people to get involved and all of that.
And of course, as well as the Halloween films, I mean, there's something for everyone from, I see you've got Annie, you've got The Wizard of Oz, you've got Aladdin, you've got a whole load of stuff happening.
You name it, like there is a huge classic cinema programme with all of those popular titles that families will be aware of, but we're also really proud, and it's what Cinemagic is built on as well, you know, world cinema, thought-provoking social issue films, foreign language movies, really sort of celebrating cultural diversity and how different people's viewpoints are told through film. So we have like over 150 films from all over the world, international films, previews and movies that you may not go to see in the cinema ordinarily or may not get a release in the cinema, but they're on the festival circuit as such, and it's a real brilliant chance to sort of watch those thought-provoking films that are just cinematic gems.
It must be a nightmare for the person who does the scheduling.
It is. It is indeed. It's a big job and a huge team effort, I have to say as well, but it's such a busy month for us at Cinemagic, and we just can't wait to bring the programme out to the Northern Ireland public and see audiences again and welcome them back to all the cinema venues across Belfast.
And as you say, you've got a great team there, and Joan is still looking after things, yeah?
Joan is looking after things, and we've lots of old faces and new faces at Cinemagic, and we're just really excited to get out there this October and welcome all the audiences to the festival.
Brilliant. Well, if people want to check out the full programme and get all the info, they can pick up one of these, or I would imagine they can check it out online, can't they?
Thank you, yes, Robin. Cinemagic.org.uk.
Brilliant. Claire, it's been great seeing you. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you, Robin.
Thank you.